Hello, Metroid Prime peoples. Today we have a Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament match. Haxaplax versus Ivypaw. This is actually the second time that they have gone up against each other in this tournament. But this time it's certainly higher stakes due to this is, I think it's loser's bracket semifinals. So the winner of this will go up against Rinchun in the lower bracket finals and get a shot at making it to the grand finals. Looks like we're about to get started here. I am Brink, joined by Rallin Tank here.
Hey everyone. Yeah. Should be a fairly good match, so that will be coming up here.
Yep. Nice vanilla space jump to start it out.
This make movement early on quite a bit faster.
And looks like nothing behind the ship, so we just head to Chozo.
Yep.
Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, so like I said, these two racers have matched up before in the round 3 Swiss stage, and Ivypaw ended up taking the win on that one. I think it was due to some spider ball shenanigans. I can't really remember, but I do know I watched that race. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that previous match does not really affect this. But nice missile launcher. I already have space jump missiles, which is pretty good start.
So it's taken this immediately to Rune Shrine. Which, I mean, just one item obtainable in here right now, but we can peek the upper one. Really
looks like there's just a couple of missiles. And then Ivy's taking this into the Hive Totem loop, which has, I think, 3 checks right now. Actually, only 2. Actually, 3. That's 3 checks. But we get to peek some stuff, and it's a pretty solid early game play. There's grapple. I don't think that does anything for us right now, but it can later.
The next ray, we do have Root Cave now available in Logic. We had just an E-Tank on Grapple Edge that could have been the reason for Grapple to show up early, but it wasn't. If more shows up, which it should be fairly soon, we do have well, we had Space Jump, so pretty great side was already obtainable. Oh, hello, X-Ray.
Yep. Looks like that Root Cave is definitely going to happen here. We might have a Morph Ball up there. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that, given that we have found Root Cave access this early.
Also, for those in chat, that definitely was a missile in the gallery tunnel.
It's good to know. Don't need to come back for now. This is somewhat out of the way. Single check if you have to leave it behind.
Yeah, it's just annoying to have to backtrack for it. So, ever since we discovered that peak, or Schwartz, Gandhi discovered that peak pretty recently, it's been quite helpful. Saves a lot of pain of, like, missing a phase-on suit there or something. Maybe just pick up the vault ledge, a little peek of vault, and then we get to see that's an artifact.
Interesting. Got one already, no a second one.
Yeah. It's a second one, which actually does make you think if this is going to be a jet seed.
Certainly could be.
I do believe Hax peeked the tree earlier, and I think it was just a missile. Ivy's going to pick up that E-Tank. Warping to start here is actually quite nice for Hax. It just puts us next to Root Cave, which is really where we want to be going.
Yep. And Hex definitely peeked the tree. He did not pay attention at the wrong moment, so I had no clear picture on it.
I think it was just a missile, from what I saw.
It didn't seem like a beam or stuff like that.
Yeah.
It might have been something that can be confused with a missile, but I think the overall impression I got kind of confirms the missile.
Yeah, usually if you have a short little peek kind of like that, as long as if you can tell if it's a missile or an E-Tank, then if it's not one of those, it's probably going to be important. So just picking something like that. If it doesn't look like a missile, doesn't look like an E-Tank, you're probably going to want to pick that up. Control Tower, Sun Chamber, Fen Canyon. We know we have one Vault, and then Training Chamber Access. This is a Jet Seed.
Yeah, with an asterisk still, as Phase on Suit is not accounted for yet, and that can be in the most horrible of locations in our chain. But yeah, otherwise, like, what do we need? Depending on
Yeah.
which Sun Chamber item and the ability of our runners, more forms, wave, then we can get pretty much all barrier. Yeah, I mean, not even very necessarily. We logically need it for TCA, but
Yeah, we also need Varia for Control Tower and what's it called? Fen Canyon.
yeah, I guess we need to actually get into Fenrana somehow.
Yeah. It is still reachable without Varia, but that's more of a stretch. Yep, there's Morph Ball and Root Cave. Looks like Hax is going to go for Arbor Chamber. But yeah, so I think really just for our artifacts, Varia, Wave, Bombs. I assume both of them can do early wild, or at least I think they can. This Arbor Chamber Wall Crawl just lets us get this this item earlier than expected, and it's Thermal Visor, which tells us that Plasma is not going to be locked by Thermal, so it's not going to be in like Thardus or Magmor Workstation. And there's our bombs. Now we just need Varia and Wave, and then we can get all our artifacts. But I assume now we just head to Chozo and we can clear out a lot of the rest of the stuff there.
One other side of finding that thermal though is we do have both visors for Essence later, which does make it a little bit faster, a little bit more consistent.
It just makes it so much less painful as well. I hate doing visorless Essence. So I think, yeah, we gotta go back to check our bomb item in Ruined Shrine, but then it'll just be at least Watery Hall, probably. Unless this is like Varia, and then we might just go to Magmor, which would not be a bad play. We'll see what's here, though. Ice. Oh, wow, that really shakes things up. I bet now Hax is just going to go back to Talon and go through the back of Chozo. Because that ice puts our Free Crash Cyclone in logic, which puts Overgrown Cavern, Antechamber, and Great Tree Chamber into logic, as well as just letting us go from the back. So that's what I'd expect to see.
Haxaplax has not peeked. No. Hexa knows about war, yeah, picked up that artifact. Yeah, after that, so go back to Talon. It would make so much sense. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was playing this. I'd absolutely take that ice back. There's a good chance that's going to be our progression. Which is probably Varia. Or it could be Wave Beam as well.
I mean, we know that Thermal is not too far away, so it could be Wave Beam and Gravity Suit, and all of a sudden, Varia might not even show up for the longest time.
There's a chance. That tends to happen more now that Frigate Crash Site climbs in logic. Oh, nice main PBs in Rune Fountain. That'll make our life easier if we ever need to find Spider. Yeah, it does look like Ivy gave up on Arbor Chamber Walk Crawl for now. At the end of the day, it's just thermal, which doesn't really prevent you from doing anything. It just kind of gives you a logical clue of, hey, you might want to go this way. There's our Spider Ball, and that is exactly why you do this climb before you go to Dynamo. Because if that's Spider, you can save yourself a backtrack.
Which means that main power bombs are in play now.
That's true, yes, they are. And that also makes Sun Chamber much less risky, as we don't even have to worry about early wild if that goes not our way.
Yep.
Supers down there, we're going to want to pick that up. Although there was nothing in the tree, there could absolutely be something supers locked later on. Looks like Ivy is back here. Maybe he just didn't get a good look at that when he was doing the peek.
It looks quite easy, but you have really not much time to see that item, and if your positioning is off, it sometimes can be really, really hard. And from personal experience, I have already mistaken some space jump boots and a boost ball there for missiles when I apparently didn't just get a good enough look. So sometimes it's just better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and it's only on your screen for a few frames, so it's not exactly easy to see. Nothing in Upper Dynamo from Hax, which means, like, I don't think those main power bombs really give us much right now, unless we find Boost, in which case that would make us able to do Life Grove. Or if we find Varia that puts Magma Pool in logic. Looks like Hax is going to go back for those main power bombs. We might even do Flogger right now.
I would probably be tempted to at least, into flag regretted artifact. It's a bit annoying. I mean, I guess you can just do the double bomb jump, or the bomb jump over the guard, the gate again. Yeah, kind of weird. Like, if you would have had Barrier by this point already, then you might just do Flagger to just get into Magmore from Sun Tower Elevator, but yeah.
Yeah, this looks like we're doing Flogger. Doing this play now, we definitely want to hope that our artifact is on Ghosts. Otherwise, we cannot like come backwards. If it's just on Flogger, we'd have to do Ghosts. And I mean, really, we probably want to be rushing Frigate Crash Site climb now. So maybe we don't even do Zoid. Personally, I wouldn't here. I would just be going back for Frigate Crash Site.
Yeah. I wouldn't not. I might not have even went into Chozo the way Hexa did. So I would
Yeah,
have
same.
been probably more in line with your first idea of just doing entire Chozo backwards. But yeah, it kind of feels like we want to at some point go for that.
Yeah. Hax is struggling a bit. Oh, we got it. Okay. Took a little bit of time, but we pull it off. Plant into Lava Lake save warp could work too. If we want to save warp out of there.
I think it's probably the likeliest way this is gonna play out.
Yeah, if the artifact is on Flagra, we have to leave that direction. Unless we could elect to just do Ghosts now. Which, honestly, that doesn't even sound like a bad play, because those supers do unlock Ghosts. Spider hasn't seen a logical use yet. Well, actually, main power bombs, but those don't give us anything. So there's a decent chance we just have progression on Ghosts, because it's fully in logic. So even if our artifact is here, I might just do Ghosts.
And I mean, given that we have supers and X-ray, Ghost doesn't really even take that long. The artifact is on Ghosts anyway, so yeah, not much choice there.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to do that. That gives us the option to leave out back the way we came, but I think we just want to head to Talon and not Zoid, probably.
Yeah, I feel like if you would have wanted to do Zoid, you would have done it before Flagra.
Yeah, you would have. I would just skip it for now. Ivy has been following in the steps of Hax fairly, like, the same here. Other than that, like, small route divergence at the very beginning of the seed. But Hax does have a movement advantage that's been putting him in the lead so far. You can do the bomb jump in Hall of the Elders. I think it's just easier here to just go through Talon, though. There's our artifact.
I mean, going for the bomb jump, it would make more sense if you maybe would contemplate about going for a bar skip towards mines, but since mines are not really anywhere near where we want it to be right now, it doesn't really feel that way, so...
Yeah, we can't even do anything once we get to mines. We're immediately locked off by a wave beam door.
So, having closer access to a safe station to warp out and not having to take an elevator again feels probably nicer routing-wise at the end of what we're doing in Chozo.
We just hope we get this bomb jump quickly. There we go. Nice. Ivy going for backwards Flagra. Yeah, both have taken basically the same route. I actually don't know whether backwards Flagra is faster there if you're going from Ruin Fountain. It could be. I actually just have no idea. Hax is heading in the direction of Zoid, so we might be going for the Hall of the Elders wave skip.
I mean, Hex can still just do Zoid, then take the safe warp, and then do reverse. But
Mhm.
I don't know. It kind of feels like if you're finding Varia exactly here, then you have missed the chance of going straight into Magmore from Sun Tower. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think the play of going back to Talon is pretty good, just because you don't have to do the furnace puzzle, and also you pick up um, Overgrown Cavern on the way in, which is a big thing that slows you down if you're coming from the Chozo side. And it's also just kind of, we're more likely to find progression earlier going from Talon because that's what Ice is unlocking.
The one thing that could be unfortunate in that case, though, is if you do find boost here and are supposed to go into live growth, it does feel very awkward. Then turning back around here, but yeah, nothing on Zoid.
Yeah, I mean, I really think once we do Zoid, we're kind of committed to going this direction.
Yeah, Haxaplax is at least doing that puzzle.
Yeah, especially if we're going to do Furnace. Alright, yeah. Now we're making our way to Furnace. So we'll get to see pretty quickly. If there's progression in actual Hall of the Elders, that's really good for Hax. Gonna look at artifacts again. Control Tower Canyon Training Chamber access.
And Ivy is going back out towards Sun Tower. This would make me think that Ivy is more more tempted to go to Talon and to reverse Chozo here.
That looks like an item. I think that was a suit here in Furnace Upper.
It is. And it
Yeah,
is
that is
Varia.
very. I think, yeah, you can't go that way without wave. I still imagine we have to do this ice beam checks here. Because this is just so likely to be wave beam still. Right. So Great Tree Chamber is also in logic with X-Ray. Okay, Ivy is going back this direction. Looks like just did not want to do reverse gate skip. No secret tunnel, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not an easy bomb jump.
And then all of the others.
So now we're gonna do this. Bomb jump. Excellent. Yeah, I feel like this route's in pretty well, though. Just going back into Chozo from here. And we can... Okay, it looks like Hax is debating on whether to do Great Tree Chamber. I think it's just going to be no.
It feels awkward because it's 2 elevators you have to take for 1 check, given that you really don't want to do bar skip here. Which feels just so incredibly slow. And now that we have Varia in logic, it's not likely that it's the exactly 1 item that we are supposed to get. It's just so much more options. Why make more?
Another suit. Gravity.
Well,
Yeah, it is in logic. Great Tree Chamber. Personally, I would be doing that. I would totally go for Great Tree Chamber. But it's not that likely to be progression. We just head into Magmore now. Yeah, Wave and Great Tree Chamber would be really rough for Hax right now. That could give Ivy a chance to catch up if it's there. Gravity is actually interesting to find. Wave puts Frigate in logic now, but that's really not. Like, Gravity is kind of just a random item, I feel like, there.
yeah. Given what we know about thermal and that mains are already logically available, we have access to the mines logically from pre-PC once we find Wave, which would be required for Frigate to be available. So yeah, that Gravity just...
It feels like something you don't want to chase.
Yeah.
But we could have Plasma in Frigate. It is possible.
Yeah.
Also, Magma Pool, Jay brings up.
That is true.
Ivy gets Various suit.
There's Wave being in Magmore.
There it is.
Triclops.
We have access to all our artifacts now. So
Okay.
we're just in a Plasma Fates on go mode.
Right, we still need Plasma. So I was about to ask how aggressive do you want to be? Are you even willing to skip Lava Lake here maybe? But
Nah, Lava Lake is frequently progression, so I'd say you do it.
as long as we still need look for at least Plasma, which we will need 100% of the time anyway, in addition to Phazon. Definitely does not feel like you want to get really aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine this is probably not Plasma. However, one of the most common locations to see Plasma is actually here. But I don't think it'll be there to seed. Just because of that wave beam. It's probably chilling somewhere in Mines or Fen.
Ooh.
And we can just take this back into Chozo, which is what Hax is going to do. We can get our Training Chamber Access artifact now. We can get Tower of Light out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah, Plasma and Phazon are both hard required. Ivy is going to turn around here, not going for the same bomb jump as Hax. They will both be in Chozo here, but Hax does have the advantage of that wave beam.
Yeah, that is quite big. I mean, for Ivypaw, this kinda routes also into Magmor, so I can understand it.
Yeah.
Back here. Magma Pool is on logic. You then get the Sun Tower elevator and can route that into Fen, which. I mean, we know there's an artifact here, but if it's the only thing that we are supposed to get here, Ivy is the better position if there's, let's say, Plasma and Fen.
Yeah.
Maybe Phazon already.
Yeah, this could end up benefiting Ivy. In fact, I think they're both about to be in like the same room, just with different equipment. Okay, Magma Pool is a missile. Yep, a little bit of a high five there. But Hax does get this artifact. If there is something important in any of these wave checks, though, Hax is going to take a big lead, but it could actually end up being really good for Ivy if there's nothing here.
Nothing in Training Chamber, so boost remains not necessary just yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, Ivy is going to have to come back here. Hax is not going to do Tower of Light, which is probably the right play. I mean, it's really a hard one to tell, but both safe warping at the same time, I think. Oh, wait, no, Ivy... Oh, no. Wait. Did Ivy just get the glitch with the elevator? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because timer's running, so stream's there, but no game.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, this... Not like this.
That is really not good. We gotta hope our last save was not, like, 20 minutes ago.
Did Ivy even save?
Yeah. I think we saved fairly recently, since I was at 22.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, we might have to go get Varia again, I think. I think we're missing that.
Looks like it's from the direction Ivy is taken.
Yeah, that's... that is quite the setback. Basically, for those who aren't entirely sure what happened, I think I might not be 100% correct, but there's some issue with the cutscene skips that have been implemented where if you skip an elevator cutscene exactly 60 frames before it finishes, you just get like stuck for like I think you get stuck on a black screen for like 9 minutes or something, and then eventually it ends. But we've seen that happen in races before. You get stuck forever? Oh, I thought it was a thing that eventually ended, but I guess I'm wrong.
I mean, if you are stuck there for 9 minutes, from a racing perspective, it might just as well be forever.
Yeah. 9 minutes is a long time. And Ivy does have the knowledge that we can just pick up this area and turn back around.
Yeah, so these kind of losses are not the absolute worst, given that you still have the knowledge, but of course it's still significant time loss.
Yeah, it's still a fair amount of time lost.
Yeah. In the meantime, Haxaplax did pick up Ice Spreader and Warrior Shrine, so some slight acceleration for our Exofight if we want to.
Yeah. You can use that to essentially make the turnaround shots easier because you don't have to go for a snipe while Exo is dashing, which is really the most difficult part. But it is technically, if you do everything perfectly and get your snipe and your turnaround shot, faster to not use Ice Spreader because it freezes Exo for a while. But it's much easier to just use Ice Spreader. Okay, now Ivy is just back here. Took a save warp this time. I assume that's since we know Magma Pool is dead. Yeah, I think Spring Ball was the RA. This tends to happen actually quite a lot, where people will just forget that they RA Spring Ball, and they just never use it.
Like, I mean, for this race specifically, the Spring Ball came with a slight restriction on it, so that it might not be used to make certain tricks easier, so maybe they are just not really thinking about it anyway because of that.
Yeah. I still think I would be using it.
I mean, yeah, sure, if you remember it, it is faster than waiting for the bomb to jump you.
Looks like nothing in Chapel. Ooh, Ivy is going to get their thermal here out of Arbor Chamber. Yeah, they have Spring Ball. They did agree to not abuse it. That is definitely a J-inspired RA, though. I guess. I mean, I think Jay really was Axe's main mentor, and maybe Ivy's too. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Jay was Axe's main mentor throughout the whole tournament, really. Yeah, it's not an enforceable agreement, but oh, Hax did just use Spring Ball there, but I don't know if he realized.
Does E in IRE stands for E-Tanks, apparently?
Yeah. As far as routing goes here, I think Hax is just going to go all the way through Fenderana here. Unless we find Plasma earlier. Well, we might not, actually. There's a good chance we just save warp once we get the Control Tower artifact. And we just want to get our Phazon suit hint. Though we might not want to do Boostless Ridley.
It
I mean, boostless Ridley, if you know the strats, is not super slow. It's not a terrible thing to do, but we might not want to do that.
I mean, the thing is here, Plasma can absolutely be annoyance. That is no problem. We do have logical access to PPC and then Spider and Grapple to go back up.
Yeah,
to
there is
whatever.
reason. There is reason to go past Hydra right now, because that is in logic, all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our in logic the same way. So
Yeah, labs is logical backwards. So, although we would need boost to logically get up observatory, we can just do observatory dash, which is not a logical trick, but labs in logic coming backwards the other way. So it is all in logic and could technically be plasma. That said, I do like rushing mines, because plasma does like to be there more than in Fenderana.
it really depends on how much do you want to look for Plasma and Phazon before getting the hint.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we just do all of Fen right now.
And I mean, if you're in Control Tower anyway to get the artifact, then getting out there, you might just finish labs. If you have Wave and Ice, you get 3 checks then for free on the way, pretty much. And have then the option of doing either Power Fan or take the save station, network station, and then go more aggressively forwardly if you want to. But given that we still need to find our Plasma, getting the phase on him doesn't really help you that much yet, since we won't get the Plasma.
Yeah, but it does help knowing, like, if it says, you know, Phazon's in mines, then we know that there is a good reason to go there. Even if Plasma's not there, we still might find Phazon, which gives us reason to go there.
Haxaplax taking the time to pick up the Wave Buster.
It can make Ridley easier if he starts dashing. I accidentally did a little dash off. I feel like Hax can probably afford to pick up that Wave Buster and be fine.
I mean, yeah, from what we are seeing, most likely. But as a runner, you should not be able to tell that much. Although, I mean, Hack played the seat quite good up until this point, so maybe feels the confidence of having an execution advantage and having gotten the route reasonably.
Yeah, Imogen said. It's just, it's also, it can be good insurance for Ridley. If you struggle with the snipes, when Ridley starts dashing, Wave Buster is an easy way to just stop the dash. So that could be it, although I don't really know hacks. That's our last artifact, though, so we can now go for our Phazon suit hint at any time. But I think Plasma is really the hardest thing to find now, because we get a hint for Phazon suit, but Plasma we don't. And it could really be anywhere that's not lower mines. Like, it could be so many places.
We know it cannot be Thargus. Like, that's the one check that we can actually rule out in addition to that. Given that we know about Thermal.
Yeah, it's not on Thardus, so I don't think we're going to do Thardus. But it could still be Frigate due to backwards Frigate being in Logic, so you don't actually need Thermal for that. But it could be so many places.
nothing else here in labs. Did pick up an E-Tank out of Research Lab Aether, which is nice. Nice refill. More health is not that bad.
Alright. So we are doing backwards Farfen, which you usually only do if you're planning to safe warp after you're done. So I think we might be going for our face on suit hint after Farfen. Because that's really the reason we would safe warp. If we want to go to mines, we're not safe warping out of here.
I definitely would not want to go for mines here until I get my phase on end. Yeah, it feels like at this point cleaning out Farfen in the search of plasma, and then safe warping feels like a nice middle ground of doing checks and going for the end. So it feels like a solid route. You could still, you could also go still for workstation and take the safe warp out there, then one more check. But we should know that it's not plasma at least, given the thermal location.
Yeah, thermal just means it can be Thardus and it can't be workstation. It also cannot be main quarry, but I think other than that, it could be anywhere. That's not lower mines, of course.
And can be up all the way to MQA, I think. Because the first plasma door is after that.
Yeah, I mean, I would just imagine if we're going backwards, we want to safe warp out, because there's really no reason to do that otherwise. It just loses you time if you're not going to safe warp. I also think phase on suit hint is good because say we go mines and we find plasma early on, then we just have to like wonder where our phase on suit is going to be because we don't have that info yet. What was that in Frost Cave? Again, I think that was not a missile or an E-tank, so that might be something important. Let me check at the. I really cannot tell what that is.
Looks like Haxaplax does not want it though.
Yeah.
And there's the safe warp out, so this most likely, unless Haxaplax has some weird route in mind where the safe warp is actually what you want to hear, means
yeah,
we
the phase on suit hint is good because oh my bad. I'm trying to get a look back at this on the stream. Yeah, I mean, that's so hard to tell what that is. I don't think that was a missile or an E-tank, though.
Could be one of our power bomb expansion. We have not seen one of those.
Yeah. I think if it was something, Hax probably would have gotten it.
I mean, if it were boost, then you get it there. It just makes release so much easier. And the only other thing that it could be that we not have yet would be flamethrower, and don't think you would ever want that.
Yeah. If it was something, we probably would have picked it up. Because it's important to remember, Hax can probably see their game a lot better than we can. Just due to the amount of different like filters it's being run through, basically. First you have a captured card, then OBS, then you're streaming to Twitch, and then SpeedGaming doing the restream. So it gets filtered a lot of times and makes it look a lot worse. I mean, I think after this we just route into mines anyways for Fen. or for plasma. See, it doesn't look like Hax is doing the boostless Ridley fast strats, so we might be here quite a bit. Normally, you have to do, I think it's 5 flybys on Ridley. That might have actually gotten it. There's a chance. So we're definitely going to have a flyby here. But I think normally you have 5. And, if you do it all properly, you get only 3 flybys. But yeah, really the common strat for that is just a missile spam. But I think we actually did skip a flyby right there. Yeah, we did. So that is time saved. Ice spreader. Oh wait, no, not ice spreader. I thought we were gonna do ice spreader. I've never tried to use ice spreader against anything really other than Exo. Yeah. Well, I think Hax is doing the trying to do boostless Ridley fast strats here, but you just want to spam missiles rather than supers. Because one missile, I think, or one super equals either like 5 or 6 missiles, but you can just shoot missiles so much faster than supers. So like
it looks like we get a bit of diversion because I think Ivypaw did turn around after picking up that control tower item.
Yeah, that could be good because now Ivy didn't do any of that Fen stuff, which wasn't required.
Yeah.
Ivy does still have to go back to training chamber access, though.
Yeah, so it's not as close as it might look from this point here, but yeah, if there is nothing in Fen, Ivypaw did get back quite a bit of time, and it might be due to the having that unfortunate you said.
Yeah, after that, I would be trying to play aggressively, and skipping that Fen is pretty... Yeah, supers do save you more... They are more damage missile efficient, but less damage time efficient, exactly. Because your charge beam counts as like one super does 180 damage, and one missile does 30. So effectively, when you shoot a super, Phazon is in Fen.
Ooh.
No way. Okay, that's crazy because that means it's either Cumon, Storage Cave, or Thardus. That is crazy. I wouldn't go back there until I get Plasma. I mean, at this point, you rush mines, and you know... Oh yeah, Storage Cave as well. Or not Storage Cave, Transport Access. Cumon, Thardus, Storage Cave, Transport Access. But I wouldn't go back there until I have Plasma, just due to the chances that it's going to be Plasma locked.
It's so likely that it's Plasma locked, and we know that Thardus itself cannot be Plasma, so... It feels like everything points you towards mines, and then the seed just puts Plasma on human and Phazon on Thardus and says, well, should have just done that.
Yeah, that'd be a rando moment for sure.
Oh yeah, like personally, everything inside me would scream, "Go mines, look for Plasma." With this seed so far.
Yeah, and I bet Hax is going... Well, we may actually just go do Cumon and Thardus now, since it kind of routes in well. Or we could just go straight to mines, but I wouldn't... I'd say it's still good to actually do Thardus now. Because, like, think of it, we have 4 checks left in Fen. 2 of them are Plasma locked, right? If we get Phazon without Plasma, that would save a lot of time. But I think if it is plasma locked, we don't really lose that much time, especially if it's transport access, which we can peek.
Yeah, that's a big reason there. Although there's the two plasma lock checks, we can basically rule out 3 out of our 4 checks in fan. Even if we can't get phase on, having them before is nice. And yeah, plasma still can be Cumon. Phase on still can be Lardus. So doesn't really feel that bad to go back here. And if we don't get phase on, we know exactly where it is at the end of
Yeah.
this.
We wouldn't know it's in storage cave if we don't get it right now.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad play.
Okay.
Ivy went for Tower of Light here.
Which makes
Which
absolutely sense.
Hax did not do this, so if this is plasma, very good for Ivy, but the chances of that are pretty low. What was that? I did not see. I don't think that was phase on though, considering Hax isn't taking the elevator. I'm gonna look back on the restream here.
Even if it is phase on, you check Cumon, right? Because
Yeah.
Cumon can be plasma.
That looked like a missile.
Okay, Tower of Light has
A missile. Doesn't surprise me too much.
no, so Cumon also missile.
Yeah, I bet we just do Thardus.
X.
I can maybe take a
Probably
look.
double checking what's left here.
Yeah. You should know that it's just Thardus or storage cave.
Main PBs, so few to spare, even if we want to go into mines afterwards. Looks like Ivy also going for the hint.
Yeah, I think that's really the play you do here. And it works out pretty well.
So from Ivy's perspective now, you know you had that crash. You get the message that phase on is an fan.
That could actually be really bad for Ivy, because we might go through all of Fen and just find nothing. Unless it's here on Thardus, but it's really hard from Ivy's perspective to be like, okay, I just got that Phazon suit hint that it's in Fen, but I have to go Mines. Because Mines is probably where Plasma is, right? It's really hard to make the decision to go to Mines right there. So that's what worries me.
But here's the thing to think about. We had earlier the decision to make with Great Tree Chamber. Now you have a reason to go into mines. So if you want to get back to Great Tree Chamber, you can take that and then rebarge it into upper mines. And maybe your opponent had the same idea of I don't really want to do Great Tree Chamber. And if it is exactly that, or maybe it's boost and you can go into live drop then there for plasma. You have now a better option to do it maybe, and since you had the crash, maybe that pushes you more towards thinking of along those lines. But I cannot say how much or how Ivy would approach something like this.
Yeah, I think bar skip into mines is just going to be such a, an unlikely decision here. Okay, so Phazon is in Storage Cave. And we know that now because it was nowhere else in Fen. We know it's plasma locked, so the right play for if Ivy goes mines here, we could take the lead. Possible. That is good information, though. Because the fact that Ivy still has all that Fen stuff left is not good for him.
No. I mean, The thing is, you probably don't start Fen from the front here, from Ivy's perspective, so
Yeah.
Storage Cave might not be that terrible a location, since you might actually start with Bar Fen, which seems the likeliest, given that you already skipped out on... I mean, do you... You definitely don't want to do the back of labs, because that feels like your opponent has done that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's face on there, then you have probably lost by that time.
Hax is going Frigate, which I don't hate that. I kind of like Frigate.
Yeah,
It's a pretty daring play, but I do like it because of how much of Mines is really slow without boost.
yeah.
I like that. There's also a chance here we're logically expected to go through all of lower Mines to get out with Plasma.
I mean, and the other way around still is this is absolutely logical for Plasma, and would give that gravity suit a reason to have shown up.
Yeah, it would.
So
Yeah, even though our thermal was in Arbor Chamber, this is in logic because backwards Frigate is in logic, which does not need thermal.
like I'm not sure I would have done it this way, but it is definitely something that is not unreasonable to do.
Yeah, it's not the worst because this gets us to Mines either way. Yeah, Hax is skipping Great Tree Chamber by doing this. Unless we do reverse bar skip and bar skip, but I wouldn't do that just for Great Tree Chamber, personally.
Yeah.
I would just go to Mines.
Yeah. If I would have wanted to Great Tree Chamber, I'd go that do bar skip and then maybe save in upper mines, do Frigate reverse, and then return to the save if I really want to do it that way. So
There's also the possibility that Plasma is locked by boost. So we might see boost in Mines, and then it'd be like, haha, go get, Vanilla Plasma or Plasma in Life Grove.
yeah.
It could do that to us. Yeah, no biohazard for you today, unfortunately, Reed. Retro Access Tunnel. This is our last Frigate check. And it is Flamethrower.
I mean, it's close. It's the thing that we need Plasma to use to be able to use it, but it's not Plasma itself.
Yeah. It's the game just teasing Hacks, being like, huh, you want the flame related item? Alright, here you go. Have a flamethrower. Looks like we are gonna go for Great Tree Chamber.
Okay then.
If we can, I mean, obviously it'll be worth it if it's Plasma.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, if you do it like that, all power to you.
Yeah. We get reverse bar skip first try. Reverse bar skip is... I haven't even done it very often, but I think I've always gotten it first try, so I don't really know how hard it is. That's not Plasma, so we did not get punished by skipping that earlier.
Okay, can you do it this first try here too? No.
No first try bar skip. Second try, though. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much how you want to do it, so...
So yeah, now we go into Mines. I mean, I don't know if you even check... Well, yeah, you probably do want to check main quarry. Because it could be boost. But it's not Plasma.
That could not lock Plasma at that point, so
Yeah.
it's questionable. I mean, it would allow you to not check the upper item in Elite Research, but that does not prevent you from the pirate having plasma.
Yeah, that's... That we already knew it was not plasma. You could have skipped checking that, but there's a chance that's boost, so you do want to check that. That did not look like anything important.
Maybe short hesitation here. One thing we know, it cannot be your storage depot A, because that's the plasma door, and we need that item that we need to get through the door. So, if plasma is in storage depot A, then suddenly something is very, very wrong, and this is not
that means you have door lock rando turned on. Orman logic. What? Okay, so Ivy goes to Fen here, which is what I would expect.
Yeah.
It's so hard to make that play to go to mines. That is the right play here, but it's just so hard to make that play when you have that much of Fen left and you know Phase Onsu is there.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him, even though it's not where you want to go. It's just an unfortunate situation, really.
It's the thing where in Render there's the right play and the correct play, and they are not necessarily the same thing in the same seat, so...
Yeah. Boostless plasma processing is possible, but it is not logical. So you have to do a wall crawl for it, or I think a trick with floaty. Oh, and there's boost ball. All right, so now we could actually have. Are we turning back around? Wait. Oh, we might be. Are we getting a power bomb or something? I think we're just reloading. I think we're trying to get another power bomb.
Yeah, that sounds actually. I feel like I asked myself that last race from Hexa to you, and J-Man told me that Hex is just reloading the room, so that's actually
Yeah.
that.
We're reloading to get rid of these turrets. That's what it is. Now plasma could be here. I think that, yeah, that's plasma. I'm pretty sure that was plasma.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it could have been there. It could have been Life Grove or plasma processing, but it's right there. How do you even do boostless geothermal? I thought you had to have floaty for that if you want to do it in bounds. Because I've never seen anybody do that. Alright, now it's just a beeline back to Fen and get to Storage Cave. So I bet that's what Hax is going to go do. We're just going to head straight up to... Or we can head out this way as well. This might just be a save warp, but we can also go to PPC, which might be faster here.
Is it? Like, I definitely do not know. Like, I would just do the first path that I have in mind and try to not lose any time overthinking this. But like the way into PPC from there is quite long, and then you have to get out.
But is that fat?
The element up.
I don't know if it's faster though. Like I just feel like save warping and going all the way through Magmore has to be slower than that.
I mean, you are already in ore processing. I think that is maybe the one thing that puts PC route in front.
Yeah, because it doesn't take that long to just go down to PBC, climb up PBC, and then you're just at the Fen elevator.
Yeah. You have to take waste disposal to get to the save station, which makes that quite a bit longer than you would think it is. So
Also, yeah, Hax is going to have full tracker once we pick up Phazon. So you can do boostless inbounds without floaty, but it relies on RNG. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't think Hacks forgot they needed Phazon suit. That would be quite something. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. Maybe, like, if somebody first played Rando for, like, their first time, they didn't know they need Phazon suit, and then they just get to Essence and, like, why is it not working?
I mean, it always can be that you have routed all you want to do in your mind, and then just skip the step where you actually pick up Phazon. That is something you can do. Like you find the item that you need for Phazon because you know where it is, then think, okay, go mode, and then just mentally do not execute the part of the plan that gets you that Phazon suit.
That is
But
possible.
it's not that likely. I mean, those are experienced runners, and it would be something for that to happen. Okay, Hex trying to remember how you get to the storage cave.
Yep.
Or probably trying to guess which way is faster.
I have to imagine upper. Well, we take
Maybe,
lower.
but since you took this route the first time too, and the rocket's not shut down, maybe Hexa thinks, okay, this takes me in a nice circle to the save station anyway, but it's not really helping that much because it can just take a round after you take the upper route. There's nothing that prevents you from going back there.
Yeah, I mean, I just think you don't have to climb or fall as much if you take the upper route. Apparently, it has happened that someone forgot Phazon suit. I wasn't watching that one, though.
I mean, it is the thing that maybe happens once or twice in your racing career, and then you are burned forever on that, and always try to mentally double check, okay, did I actually pick up Phazon?
Yeah, there's only once on my first seed that I didn't realize you needed Phazon, and once that happened, I never forgot it before. And that is full tracker.
Yeah.
Such a nice sight to see.
Yeah. I mean, really the only reason I can think of why Hexa did not want to take this route is, or the upper route is not really wanting to do Frost Cave, which I don't know how reasonable that is, but I don't know.
Yeah, literally nothing happens when you go and essence without phase on, it just doesn't activate the phase on beam if you step in the pool. Which is kind of annoying that they coded the game to require phase on suit for that. Otherwise, phase on suit would be completely dead for Prime Rando. And that would make it better than Echoes, but nope.
Well, I mean, there's always phase on mine tunnel.
Yeah. That would be like the only reason.
Certain trick level.
Yeah. That would basically make it like Annihilator Beam in Echoes, where it's only needed for one check. I don't think the phase on pull damages you. That would be some incredible attention to detail by the devs if it did, but I don't think it does. Yeah, we should have a pretty fast EXO here, though. We have full tracker, 90 missiles. We're kind of chilling. Yeah, it is an actual phase on. I've like been there in CGC before without phase on, and I don't think it damages you.
I mean, you are not supposed to get to essence without phase on in the game because there's an artifact behind OP.
Yeah,
There's
because there's
no inherent need for the game to code in that you take damage from the essence pool. So it would make sense that the agent do not damage you.
as far as the game devs are concerned, there's no possible way to get there without phase on suit. Yeah, that can happen. Sometimes in CGC races, if you get that phase on suit hint like late and it's in Echoes, you can just wait to receive phase on suit while just kind of chilling with Essence. Maybe they were, but that is possible actually that they were aware that you could tank the PMT damage. But that is quite tight, so I'd imagine they did not expect that to be possible. Yeah, if another enemy dropped a pool, then that could be possible. It would just make the game... It would make Rando so much nicer if you didn't need phase on suit.
I mean, it wouldn't have made that much faster specifically, but it would have been one less backtrack that had to do here. And we wouldn't have fought really early, most likely.
Yeah, then phase on would be useless, which would be so nice, because it's so annoying to find. I would love Prime Rando so much if phase on was useless. It would be better than Echoes if phase on was not needed.
It's not useless though, it does give you damage reduction.
It does give you damage reduction, yeah. And the PMT. Yeah, we need phase on beam as a pickup. That would be amazing. If you could just go around absolutely annihilating any enemy in the game.
That would be fun.
Ivy's gonna get the gravity now. That is true. In the lore, if we didn't have phase on suit, Echoes would not exist. Because the phase on suit is Dark Samus. Anyway, we're on to Essence now. All 3 visors makes this pretty quick. We had a pretty smooth XO with really no issues. Subchamber 4 was smooth. And now it's just Essence. Oh, you'll love to see the flamethrower use as well. Just have to check that Dark Zero didn't make Essence weak to flamethrower.
How would you know if you do not test it?
Yeah. Yeah, you could always have a preset with Phase On Suit as a starting item, but not in competitive racing. Maybe I could try and RA that with somebody next tournament. That would be fun. Just have Phase On Suit as a starting item. I would love that. No final bosses would be weird. Because then you literally just need the artifacts. You don't even need plasma.
Yeah.
Or ice or wave. It's just artifacts and then you're done.
I mean, no final bosses on this seed would have been.
It would have made it so jet. Because you would just be go mode after wave beam.
Yeah.
Okay, if we do enough pool nice voice crack. If we do enough pool cancels, we should be able to get this in one last cycle. Ooh, this is close. Nice. I just barely got it, but GG's.
GG.
I will ask my opponents if they want to RA Phase On Suit as a starting item. Hello, Hax. Welcome.
I thought for sure that plasma beam location would be the end of me. Good lord.
Yeah, it turns out that you just played that strong, and Ivypaw had some unfortunate, yeah, cutscene crash
Yeah.
thing, whatever.
You heard of the elevator, like, cutscene crash? That's basically what happened. That happened to Ivy to see.
And so it wasn't too extremely terrible. Ivy basically only lost Varia from the gallery? Gathering, I'll say. So I had to go back to
Back to furnace to get it.
back to Furnace to get it back, but still, that does set you back quite a bit, and yeah, in combination with you just playing better and having a bit more fortunate routing decisions.
I was also
Yeah.
writing in a lot of experimental scan dashes in there, stuff that I haven't even thought to do before. Like I spent a good chunk of last night practicing, and like I was coming up with new dashes that I could try to work into my routing.
Yeah.
Some of them were pretty cool.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know if you saw that one when I was coming out of the vault for like the second time when I did that dash over to the door. That was great.
Yeah, your movement definitely gave you a good advantage over Ivy this seed. Just that and a few better routing decisions really made it. And also the crash. Welcome in, Ivy.
So where is Plasma?
It was in upper elite research.
Okay, so I was on my way to it then.
And
You
Boost
needed
was in
Boost.
lower elite research.
Ah! So I was literally on my way to it then.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
that plasma
figured-
beam location would be the death of me, Ivy.
Yeah, the Sun Tower crash didn't help me. and then the root cave dropped and it helped me out there. But the phase suit, I figured it was in Fen, and then once I checked all the Fens, like, oh, alright, I need plasma for it, so I need to go plasma hunting.
Yeah, you kind of got stuck in a unfortunate situation where, so when Hax got the Phazon suit in, he'd already done all of Fen except for like 4 checks, whereas you still had like most of Labs and Farfen left, which made for you Fen seem like the perfect play. Whereas in here we knew that Plasma was going to be in Mines, but Fen, it's just, like, it's so hard in that position to make the play to go to Mines when Fen, Phazon is there, and you will probably find it going through that area, and then you just don't. It's such a bad like position, and it's just unfortunate.
That's one of the meanest backtracks I've seen in a while in this randomizer.
Yeah. Because this scene was fine until that, and then it's like, oh yeah, curveball.
Oh, those artifact locations, I was easily expecting a sub-hour seed for.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It was like, oh, and then the plasma Phazon's like, yeah, about that.
Yeah, I was just, and literally, I think when you guys read artifact, I was like, this is a jet seat, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Plasma just had to be annoying.
Yeah, I was already putting the asterisk on that moment, but yeah, it's just Phazon can be mean sometimes, and yeah, that's what happened.
When I got to Elite Research, I was really terrified that plasma beam was just gonna suddenly be an MQA this one time. It would be the first time it's happened to me in this tournament so far. MQA plasma, I mean. Oh no, I just got really lucky with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you both routed this quite well. It was just that crash and really the movement that gave Hax the biggest advantage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because once I got the last one, I just really just looked to Ridley to get the Phazon hit, so I knew where it was.
I still can't believe I did Ridley boostless though.
Yeah, I didn't really boost this as well.
Only to find boost ball like 10 minutes later.
So yeah, also about the RA, did you do the thing we talked?
Oh yeah, I did the thing.
Okay.
That was literally the only time I used spring ball. I bet people were thinking
same.
that. I bet people were thinking that we forgot the spring ball existed. No, we were just saving that one spot in Ice Trains East under the spider track. As a bit of a prank for Jay.
Yeah.
We just wanted to see if he'd react to that specifically, even though we already had Spider Ball. I was really hoping we wouldn't have Spider Ball when we got to that point because it would be even funnier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We're like, oh, I think they both just forgot they had Spring Ball, but no.
No, yeah.
Jay just says,
I really like to use it anyway and see it's like this.
Jay is just confused.
Yeah, that was our goal. Mission accomplished.
Well, I don't think I have anything else to add.
No.
Commentary was.
Yeah, I think that's about all we have. If anybody has any thoughts they want to give at the end.
Well, Nate, Ivy, it's been real good racing with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to have knocked you out like this, but
It's
man,
whatever, but it was good
one or
race.
the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so upcoming match with Hax winning this one, we'll have Hax versus Rinchun, rematch of one of the upper bracket matches, I think. And then the winner of that will go to the grand finals against Bello.
Oh, I'm excited. I cannot wait.
So we're nearing the end of this tournament. Just have like 2 or 3 races left before it's over. So it's kind of coming to a close here, but it's been a good one so far. Can't wait for the other matches. And yeah, I mean, I think that's about it.
I don't have anything else left to ask myself either. So if you have not done so, leave for us a follow. Some good Metroid Prime Rando playing, as you can see, or as you have seen. Yeah, I don't know. Words are escaping me. So I think come to close here. Yeah.
Yep, and I think that's about it. See you all later next week for our next race. And
See you next mission.
yep, see you next mission.